Assalamu alaikum. My name is Sarah Babar and I'm from BSPT. And the topic of my presentation is natural cosmetics and home remedies. Moving on to the first slide, um, as we know that the women from the ancient time, from the very ancient time, are trying to look beautiful by applying cosmetics or beauty products on their faces. So civilization have used um, cosmetics, though not recognizable compared to today's advanced products, but they have used it for enhancing their beauty or for their some concerns such as protection from the sun, indication of class, convention of beauty. So here we will discuss some of the ancient cosmetics from 10,000 BCE. So the first one is from 10,000 and 4,000 BCE. So Egyptian women used cosmetics for the health and beauty of their faces, and they used to apply scented oil and scented ointments to protect the sun ray from sun rays and soften and clean their skin, such as cedar, rose, lavender, lily, almond oil, sesame oil, and many more. And they used to apply mestimate and malachite for color and definition of their eyes, and used to apply kohal to look more attractive. So, moving on to the next point, from 3000 to 1500 BCE, China also get involved in the field of cosmetics, and Chinese used to use cosmetic products for their lips and nails, and for their faces also. Chinese used to paint their nails with gum arabic, beeswax, gelatin, and eggs. They used a mixture of this product and use the mixture of these products and apply it on their nails. And Grecian used to apply crushed mulberries and oxen hair, crushed mulberries for their lips and oxen hair for fake eyebrows. While Chinese used to apply rice powder over their face to look whiten or lighten than their tone, and use henna dyes for tattoos or staining their hair. From 1000 BCE, Grecians used to apply chalk or lead powder to faces and lipsticks out of ochre clays and red iron. They used to make powder of ochre clays and apply it on their lips to get darker lips. So moving on to the next slide, cosmetics in early Common Era from 100 CE to 1800 CE. In Rome, people put butter and barley flour on pimples and used to apply sheep fat and blood on fingernails. They used butter and flour to cover the marks over their faces or pimples over their faces. And then in 300 to 400 century, henna was widely used in subcontinent as well as in Egypt. In Egyptian subcontinent, henna was used as a natural hair dye and for designing over their faces or hands and for painting their nails. So in 500 to 1200, society women wear egg white to look more white or pale than their skin tone. And moving on to the 1400 to 1500, the women started applying the blonde hair, which is a mixture of alum, black sulfur, and honey. And blonde hair were in great fashion in that century, in Victoria's era. While in 1800, zinc oxide was used as face powder, which replaces the lead and copper used in face powders, and it led to more devastating health problems. Moving on to the next slide. Now we will discuss some natural cosmetics used in ancient time and now also, but with their preparation method or compositions. Number one is Kajal. Kajal is a basic black color which is applied in your eyes for the sensation or definition of your eyes. It is traditionally made by mixing galena and other ingredients. It used to improve eyesight or to make eyes look good. It is chemically composed of galena, which is lead sulfide with Pb3O4 and amorphous carbon. It is widely used in subcontinent and back time in Egypt also. surma. Surma is something more close to kajal, but it is in more powder form. It is made up of antimony sulfide and lead sulfide, and it is also used to define the eyes. Malachite. What is malachite? It is a green stone which is grinded into fine powder and used by Egyptians to enhance their eyes and giving them almond shape. Its chemical composition is right in front of you guys. And moving on to the next slide. Some of the people used to apply the ash left from the burnt matches and use it to their eyes, to line their eyes. So in Egypt, people used to um, line their eyes or used an eyeliner made up of ashes, which ashes of matchsticks. So these are the four ways to line your eyes or define your eyes in the past or ancient time. Preparation method of kajal. We can make kajal at home very easily by using these steps, by following these steps. And for this, we need some material, which is silver box, castor oil, a clarified oil, which is ghee, and copper, camphor, and a spatula. So step number one is first of all fill pure castor oil in the bronze DPM to 1/4 capacity. Soak one or two cotton threads in the oil and light it. By using two tumblers supports the copper plate should be high enough to not completely put off the lamp and close enough for the lamp fire to deposit the black ink. If you lie down and observe, you can see the fire lapping at the copper plate, making it black. Wait until the entire oil is exhausted. Take black ash collected as your alcohol or kajal. Collect using a spatula in the silver box. Take a small amount of ghee or clarified butter and mix it into the ash. Add a few drops of camphor and mix well and store in a cool place. Why we have used camphor in it? We have used camphor because it is the most important thing to get the irritation of eyes. And why we have used silver box, because it causes coolness in the eyes. It is the way to cool your eyes. So and using oil or clarified butter, the reason for using the clarified butter is that it removes the dark circles. So removing dark circles is way more easier with clarified butter than any other more substance. And moving on to the next slide, there are some pictures. The first one is the surma stone, which is grinded into fine powder or mixed with several liquids to make a surma, which is used in industries and in common household also. And next picture, green one, is malachite, which was used by Egyptian to make fine powder and applied it in their eyes. And the third one is galena. Galena is also used to make your eyes more defined. The middle one picture is an Egyptian picture in which a girl has applied malachite and kohal to her eyes to make them more defined and almond shaped. Moving on to the next slide. Henna is a basic dye which is used in subcontinent and in back time in Egypt also. It is made of finely ground leaves of a small tree which is Lawsonia inermis, also known as henna tree. Commonly, it leaves stains darker than turmeric and blueberries. Its molecular formula is carbon 10, hydrogen 6, oxygen 3. It is made up of lawson, which is 2-hydroxy 1,4 naphthoquinone and henna-turnic acid or natural orange 6. It is used to dye hair and used to paint nails and make designs on our body. It is used in rituals in subcontinent especially. Here is a picture of henna applied on hand and in powdered form. Moving on to the next picture or next slide. Ochre clays. What is ochre clays? It is a stone. It is a naturally rich mineral applied as a mask along with rose water. It is made up of monohydrated ferric oxide, Fe2O3.H2O. It ranges in color from yellow to deep brown or orange. The four colors of ochre clays are displayed right in front of you. So now moving on to the next point for nails. What an ancient people use over their nails, or what they used to paint on their nails. So in ancient times, for painting nails, henna was used, or some of the tribes used to apply fat and blood of sheep over their nails, while gum arabic, gelatin, beeswax, and eggs, the mixture of these things were used in nail making nail polishes or is directly applied over nails, but it was uh, way more harmful for the people than using the today's in nail polishes. Next, moving on to the next slide. Preparation method for henna and ochre clays. Henna. It is difficult to form intricate design out of crushed leaves. So henna is commonly traded as powder made by drying, milling, and sifting the leaves. The dry powder is mixed with number of liquids including water, lemon juice, strong tea, and other ingredients depending on traditions. Ochre clays. It is formed by making powder of ochre clay or making paste of it by adding water. We can also add beeswax to it to make nails, or can add some scented oils to this powder to make lip colors. Moving on to the next slide. Uses. So as I have before, that flour and butter were used to cover pimples or any mark over your faces, and chalk and lead powder was used to make the pale face light. After a few years, arsenic was replaced by chalk and lead powder, and it was used instead of a lead for face powder application. And zinc oxide was also used for this purpose. In China, rice powder is also used over the face to make your color or lighten. So moving on to the next slide. For lips. In ancient times, such as Cleopatra is an Egyptian queen, used to make her lips darkened or painted with the mixture made by crushing red ants and carmine beetles and add them into the berries juice to make them liquidy. And to make it shine, she used it with the small fishes. Next point is a mixture of red dye and wine was also used to darken your lips. A mixture of beeswax and oil was used to make lip glosses, which used to moisture or moisture or protect your lips from sun rays. Lip colors were also made by crushing rubies. Ruby is a valuable stone. First lip liner was made from the mixture of plaster of Paris and red pigment, and it was used in firstly used in Victoria's era. Crushed safflower petals were also used to make lip color. The nasa was also used in Asia, especially in subcontinent. It was basically used to whiten or brighten up your teeth, but it stays or leads to some stains on your face or on your lips, especially which are brownish or orange in color or red in color sometimes. And it was also used to give color naturally in back in times in subcontinent. So moving on to the next slide. Home remedies. So moving on to the next part of our presentation, home remedies. So there are a lot of things which are used in home remedies or natural treatment for so many of things. We will discuss here some of them. Number one is gram flour, number two is yogurt, number three is baking soda, number four is honey, number five is tea tree oil, number six is lemon, rice or wheat flour, cinnamon, aloe vera, and potato and cucumber. Moving on to the next slide. Number one is gram flour. Gram flour is basically the powder of chickpeas. Gram flour has certain properties that treat acne. It contains some zinc, which is best for the application over acne-prone skin. It also controls sebum production, the oil production that comes over or T-zone, and inflammation. It contains 11.2% moisture, 22.5% protein, and 5.2% fat, 38.9% carbohydrate. The method to prepare the paste of gram flour is adding required amount of gram flour along with a pinch of turmeric to brighten up your face and some amount of milk as a flour, and making a paste of it will help in prevention of acne and inflammation and enhancing complexion. Moving on to the next slide. Yogurt. Yogurt is basically formed when bacteria ferment the sugar lactose into lactic acid. It makes the milk more acidic, mean it makes the pH level of milk lower. The main protein in it is casein. Lactic acid is a byproduct of anaerobic respiration in which cells produce energy without oxygen. Yogurt contains lactic acid and alpha hydroxy acid, which dissolve dead skin. It helps in creating natural glow and prevent breakouts. It also helps diminish wrinkles and lines. Method: take a small amount of yogurt and add honey in it and apply it all over your face and neck, and after 15 minutes remove it with the help of a lemon peel by applying gently it over your skin, and wash your face with lukewarm water or a clean towel. Moving on to the next slide. Baking soda. Baking soda has only one ingredient, which is sodium bicarbonate NaHCO3. It is basically a base which reacts when it comes in contact with acid like yogurt or buttermilk. NaHCO3 contains anti-inflammatory and antiseptic properties. It has bleaching properties which help in preventing marks and spots. It is used to brighten up your skin. Here is the formula of baking soda and the picture of baking soda in powdered form. So method is it can be used by adding water to it and making a paste out of it, but in many cases it is used along with lemon juice or toothpaste. The application method is a paste material applying gently all over the areas where required, and after 10 to 15 minutes rinse it with lukewarm water or a clean towel. So moving on to the next slide. Next slide is about tea tree oil. So it is basically a plant oil, and the tea tree oil molecular formula is right in front of you. It comes from the leaves and of Melaleuca alternifolia, a small tree native to Queensland and Australia. The major constituent of tea tree oil are terpenine 4-OL, Y-terpenine 1,8-cineol, and alpha-terpineol. Terpenine 4-OL is an isomer of terpenol with a chemical formula carbon 10, hydrogen 18, and oxygen. Here is the structural formula of tea tree oil or terpenine, and here is the picture of TTO, tea tree oil, and the properties are it helps in soothing the skin, it is antibacterial in property, it is best for the skin with acne, and method. It can be applied directly over face and it can be used in the form of face washes or serum as well. Moving on to the next slide. Lemon. Lemon chemical formula is right in front of you. The lemon is yellow in color and its juice is about 5 to 6% citric acid. With a pH of 2.2, it contains vitamin C and soluble fiber. The structural formula of citric acid is right in front of you guys, and there is a picture of lemon juice. So the properties of lemon are it is an antioxidant, it has astringent qualities and antifungal properties, and it also works for skin lightening. Method: squeeze a lemon in a bowl and use a cotton ball to apply it all over your skin. Don't rub it, apply it gently, and after some time you can do your further skin care routine. You can add lemon to certain things like yogurt, jam, or baking soda, aloe vera, etc., and apply it over your skin. Moving on to the next slide. Honey. Honey is basically sugar. These simple sugar are monosaccharides and they are mostly form of hexose sugar such as glucose and fructose. Chemical formula of honey is C6H12O6. It contains carbohydrates, enzymes, vitamins, pollen, fragrance, amino acid, and organic acid. It is a super saturated solution, and the structural formula of honey is right in front of you. The properties are it has antibacterial properties, antioxidant and anti-inflammatory properties, and exfoliating. Exfoliating is basically removing of the dead skin cells from your skin. Method: you can add lemon to 2 to 3 spoon of honey and make a paste and apply it on your face with hands, and after 15 minutes wash it with lukewarm water. You can also add turmeric or cinnamon powder to honey to make a paste. Moving on to the next slide. Aloe vera. It contains 99% of water and the remaining part is made of amino acids, glucomannan, sterols, lipids, and vitamins. The structural formula of aloe vera is this, and This aloe vera gel looks like this. So the properties of aloe vera gel is it helps in soothing of sunburn, like anti-inflammatory properties, and helps to moisturize the skin. It tights or fights skin aging. It reduces acne and infection, and lighten up the blemishes on skin. It boosts healing of wounds. And method to apply aloe vera is apply the aloe vera gel on skin directly with your fingertips and let it dry overnight. You can also add aloe vera in turmeric or rice powder mask. Moving on to the next slide, cinnamon. Cinnamon is basically a spice and it is also used in food. It is a spice that is made from the inner bark of a tree which is known as cinnamomum. Um, It has some properties like microbial properties, antifungal properties, antioxidant properties. It supports enhanced blood flow. It is used by making a paste of cinnamon and applying it all over the face or where it requires. Cinnamaldehyde is an organic compound with a formula of C6H5CH double bond CHCHO or C9HA2. The structural formula of cinnamaldehyde is this. So, the method to apply cinnamon is mix 1 tablespoon of cinnamon powder with 2 to 3 teaspoons of honey to form a paste and apply this mixture on face, and after 10 minutes wash it with lukewarm water or a clean towel. A paste of cinnamon with banana can add a glow to your skin. Pro tip. So moving on to the next slide. Cucumber. Cucumber is basic in vegetable and its chemical formula is C9H16O. Cucumbers sativus is its scientific name. Cucumber seeds oil contain 9 to 13% palmitic acid, 6 to 9% stearic acid, 14 to 20% oleic acid, and 60 to 68% linoleic acid. The structure formula of cucumber is this. The picture of paste of cucumber is this. So the properties of cucumber is it reduces swelling and puffiness. It soothes the irritation and helps combat premature aging, aids in acne prone skin, and provides a base for hydration. And it lightens up your skin. Method: make a paste of cucumber by cutting it in pieces and blending it. Then, after washing your skin, apply this paste delicately all over the face and neck. And after 15 minutes, remove it with lukewarm water and clean towel. Moving on to the next slide. Rice powder. Rice powder is basically the grinded powder of rice. Its main carbohydrate is starch, which is composed of mainly amylose and amylopectin. Its grain constitute 12% water, 75 to 80% starch, and 7% protein, with a full complement of amino acids. The properties of rice powder is rice powder helps in anti-aging. It helps in skin brightening. It acts as an exfoliator. It is used as a scrub to remove excess dead skin. It is used to get rid of acne. It absorbs excess oil. The method to apply rice powder is mix some rice powder with cold milk to form a thick paste and apply on your face and leave it for 15 minutes. Rinse it with cold water and do this consistently at least once a week. It will show great effects. But remember one thing, by following the home remedies, every skin tone is different and everything doesn't suit everybody. So before applying it to your face, you must give it a try to apply it over your hands. So if it doesn't show any reaction, so it is safer for your skin tone. Thank you.